Hey everybody, it's Rose Thorne. Tonight I am doing a reaction video to Foodie Beauty's live stream called The Long Road. So, sorry guys, I would have done this earlier, but I had a lot of things to do, a lot of housework, laundry, that sort of thing. Unlike Foodie, I do laundry, I do housework. That does take a while. So I did all of that and I finally got some time to sit down and do this react video. So this live stream that we're looking at right now, it's about 3 hours long. Am I going to react to all of it? No, there's really no need to. I'm just going to skip through it, try to capture some good parts, and then call it a day. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. And if you do, please like and subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. So let's get to.
Actually, the camera's like moved away from my face. Actually, so anyways, we're gonna go Starbucks because I need a friggin' coffee, and it's gonna be dark in like a half an hour. So and then I'm gonna see my cats and beads and yeah. So uh, anyway, I don't know. Um, so yeah, I want. Oh my gosh! So I woke up like I smoked a lot last night, so I was like really upset, and I was like, nope, I can't go anywhere. Because I can't drive. I could Uber, but
So for those who missed it last night, Natter did a live stream on his channel, and there was a big fight between Foodie and Natter. And Foodie was actually laying in bed next to Natter when he did the live stream, and she was essentially underneath the covers with the covers pulled up over her head. She was on her phone and she was watching the chat, and she was also listening to the things he was saying, and he was reading out super chats, and he said some things that upset her. They got into a huge fight. She got out of bed. She's like, I'm going to go get a slushie. Well, she said later that the slushy thing was right across the street from his house. So if she wanted a slushy, she could have gotten out of bed, walked across the street to get the slushy and come back. But she really didn't want a slushy. She just wanted attention. Even in the live stream that she did on her channel before his stream, she was basically at the very end, she was in a mood because he said he wanted to live stream, and Foodie did not want him to live stream. She wanted the attention all to herself. But so she was already in a crappy mood. Then he started doing his stream and it just got worse and it just progressed from there. So it was just a big old mess last night.
anyway, um, I can't do that every single time. Like we have a fight, I can't just like run away. And it's unfortunate that that was public. I apologize for worrying you guys. Uh, yeah, I don't really want to like talk in detail. I don't want to like talk really about it, honestly.
So why are you talking about it? Why bring it up? Why not talk about something else, Foodie? Why not talk about something else? This is your stream. You can talk about whatever you want and you can choose not to talk about things, but you keep bringing stuff up. For someone who doesn't want to talk about things, you sure talk about them a lot, you know?
I think it just like makes things worse. And but
And I'm just going to throw this out there. Nobody beat me up for saying this. Foodie has gone on record as saying that Natter is abusive to her, right? He said that. She has said that he's scary, that he's abusive towards her, he's mean, etc., etc. The live stream that happened last night on Natter's channel, Foodie was literally just mouthing off to him, and she did not look the least bit afraid of mouthing off to him. She just kept poking and poking and poking and making the situation worse and just being bratty, just wanting to get her way. She wanted him to get so angry that he would just stop the stream, and therefore the attention would be on her. But it didn't happen. He did not give her what she was looking for. And when she said she was going home, he said, yeah, go ahead, leave. What Foodie wanted was for him to say, no, I want you to stay, but that didn't happen. Everything she was trying to do passive aggressively was backfiring.
I guess what happened was just his live streams put me in a bad mood like instantly. And if I try to analyze why,
Why were you in a bad mood though? Why? Because he was doing a live stream because you expected that he was just going to pay attention to you all night? Foodie, you've been over there for days. You won't give the man a chance to breathe, for God's sake, by himself. You know, you keep insisting on putting the camera in his face every chance you get. You just have no clue about letting people have their personal space. All you care about is your YouTube channel and getting content. You don't care about how other people feel. You were irritating him all day, just putting the camera in his face and keeping the camera running. And then when he wanted to do his live stream, you just got all sulky and pouty and stomping your feet around like a toddler and acting out. And hey, you got what you got for that.
yeah, I guess just because like I feel like the majority of the people that go there like shit with their head and think with their ass, and I don't know. So I just
You
like
mean kind of like you?
I don't know. I just felt like I feel disrespected. Like I don't feel like supported. Like I feel like ganged up on more, and I don't feel like I'm defended.
You know why she was in such a bad mood? Honestly, because every stream that Natter does, Chantal wants to be there. She wants to be there to monitor the chat, to read over the comments, any super chats, any messages she does not want Natter reading because it might pertain to all the lies she's told about him. She can delete those or just read over those. And if he's doing a live stream by himself, that means she can't do that. So she did not want him doing the live stream because some of her lies might get exposed to him and he might talk to her about that later. Also, Foodie is highly insecure and she does not want him talking to other women. So, in the live stream that he did last night, somebody actually messaged Natter and was chatting him up. And he's like, yeah, are you single? Are you in Gatineau? You want to go for coffee? She didn't like hearing that. And oh, Foodie, if he's doing that stuff right there, practically in front of your face, imagine what he does behind your back. And this is the guy you want to be in love with. This is the guy you want to be in a relationship with, that he doesn't care about you to the point where he's going to sit there and chat somebody up in front of you. Yeah, okay. That's your choice. That wouldn't be mine.
Enough, and he just like, who cares? Like, just let them talk shit. You know, it's you always tell me who cares what they.
You know, the one thing that Chantal is not figuring in is if people are sending messages to Natter about Chantal, they're doing it on purpose because they know she's there. They know she's watching. They want to get under her skin. And they know that those kind of messages will do the job. And it worked. It got under her skin. She got mad. They fought, all that good stuff. You know, so if she doesn't want to get mad because people are talking to Natter and they're saying things she doesn't want to hear, simple solution, Foodie. Don't hear it. Don't be in the chat. Go take a drive or something. Ignore it. But you want to be right there to helicopter over Natter. So, hey, you set yourself up to be aggravated, sis.
They say they don't need to know. I give them the information I want to give them. They don't have to know everything about us. Like he's more like clammed up than I am. I understand that, but so what happened was like he was reading. He has trouble like knowing if a comment is bad right off the bat until he reads it and absorbs it. So he was reading this Chilean woman's friggin'
Chilean woman. She knows that person's name. Go ahead, say it, Foodie. Chilean gypsy. Say it. Say it. You know her name because you made a video using her name. Chilean gypsy. Say it. Go ahead, say it. It's so funny. She hates Chilean gypsy with the heat of 1,000 suns to the point where she can't even say her name. And Chilean Gypsy knows that. And that's exactly why she was sending those messages to get to Chantal. And Chantal's not smart enough to figure that out. So good work, Gypsy. Good work. Mission accomplished.
Messages, and it was like about me, a rude one about me, and like $1.79. Um, so in my head, I'm like, okay, so, and I didn't think of that at the time, like he probably didn't, you know. But then after, it's like I just got kind of mad because he was like, thanks for the super chat.
Well, what's he supposed to do? The person is sending a super chat. He's doing a live chat, Foodie. When people send super chats, you're supposed to say thank you. You're supposed to say thank you. So maybe they'll give you a super chat the next time. What's he supposed to do? Just not say thank you? That's going to look bad for in front of everybody in front of his room. He's supposed to say thank you. See, here's the thing, Foodie. When a person is doing a live chat, when they are the host, they're focused on their audience. Okay. When Natter's doing his chat, it's his chat. It's not yours. Yet you are under the impression that that's your chat. That's your chat. That you should have dominion over it. No, it's not your chat. When you are on your channel doing your chat, yeah, you can say what you want to say and you can acknowledge the super chats or not, or talk to people or not, which most of the time you don't anyway. You're usually just talking to yourself and missing half the things being said. But when somebody else is doing their chat, you got to be respectful. You got to be respectful. They're trying to do it live chat. They're trying to get those super chats and memberships and all that. And you got to back off and let that person do precisely that. And if you don't like what you see and what you hear, then you should just walk out of the room and ignore it, because it's not your business.
And it's like, oh, okay, so I don't know, I just feel bad. I just felt bad, and then like I don't know. I got angry with her, so I said, "Your fucking face looks like 5 miles of rough road, so shut the hell up." And then he was like, "Hey, respect."
And by the way, Foodie, the person that you did not like sent a super chat, and you're in the background making snide, nasty comments. That's very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Even if you hate that person with every inch of your non existent soul, you shouldn't be saying that. It's very unprofessional. If you were in your room and the situation were reversed, you would not want that happening. You wouldn't want it happening, because you're in your chat to do what? Make money through views, super chats, memberships. Very unprofessional. That's why he was getting mad. He was trying to do a chat. You didn't like what you hear? Don't like what you see? Go home. Get out of there. Go home or go in the other room or something. You were trying to control what was being said and who was replying and adding your 2 cents in, and you can't do that when you're in somebody else's house, literally.
And I thought he was saying, respect this freaking Chilean loser, gypsy loser. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You're not going to tell me to shut up when I'm defending myself from people who are talking shit about me. Because guaranteed, if I got a super chat that said something like, Mags is a fucking cokey, stabby piece of shit, I wouldn't read that out loud. And I wouldn't thank the person. Well, I have thanked super chats for people who said things about him, but not like really rude ones. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't give him shit for defending himself on my channel. Like, I wouldn't want him to start like a rage, but if he said something in reply to that, I wouldn't be mad. I would let him defend himself, and I would have his back on that. Unless I was like, we were in a fight and I was mad and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So to me, I just felt like disrespected, and then we started a shouting match, and then since he said, okay, Phil, go get the F out, I wanted to leave, and of course, when I go to leave, it's a different story, right? So then we like, okay, well.
So is she trying to paint this narrative that they had a spat, and as soon as the cameras were turned off, he was begging her to stay? Because I don't believe that. What I believe is they had a spat, and after the camera was turned off, she was basically upset, but she decided to stay. You know, I just can't see Natter begging her to stay. Not when we've seen live stream after live stream over at his house, and his body language alone says he can't stand Foodie. He can't stand her. He doesn't want to be near her. He does everything in the world to not be near her. He's on his phone, looking down at his phone versus talking to her and making insults. I mean, every sign that he wants her to get gone or leave him alone. And I just can't see Natter begging her to stay. I know that's the narrative she's trying to give everybody and make everybody believe, but I don't believe it.
Well, what do you know, why are you leaving? Blah, blah, blah. Like, don't leave. We'll talk about it after, kind of thing. So, like, that's my gut instinct to just run away from things when I fight. Let's just run away. And I've never had a boyfriend where I've had arguments. Like, I never, like,
He's not your boyfriend. Stop using that word. Stop using that word and the word relationship. Because he's not your boyfriend. You're not in a relationship. It's just a financial agreement between a boss and an employee. He is your paid employee. You give him a salary. You pay for things. It's a financial arrangement. You pay him for companionship, for being part of your content, being part of the drama so you have something to talk about on your channel. Because without him, what would you have? If Natter were not in the picture, what would you have? You'd just be sitting at the island in your kitchen eating and babbling about nonsense like you normally do, because there's nothing else about your channel that's interesting. Nothing. There's no other content. You know, Peach used to be a part of your live stream, but even then he wasn't that interesting either. You know, just your content has been nothing but garbage for over a year. And your views have been tanking. People are complaining. VIB's leaving, and you still don't get it. That this long vacation you've taken away from actual content, you need to end that and do something different. Because I'll tell you what, as a reactor to you, man, every time I sit down and I watch your live streams, I got my work cut out for me going through all that garbage, and not just garbage, but hours and hours of garbage, just trying to get past some of the garbage to find the little nuggets hidden somewhere that people actually might pay attention to. Yeah, you need to get back to edited videos. You don't want to be aggravated? Do edited videos.
BB, Pete, we never argued like this. Like, it never, never, never. But Natter is more of a A-type personality, has a bigger ego, has a bigger.
Yeah, he's exactly like you.
Just different cultural upbringing. He's very loud. He raises his voice. So he's very different than what I'm used to. And yes, we do have like.
So basically, what you're used to, Chantal, are guys that let you walk all over them. Pete's lets you walk all over him. And BB, hardworking guy, good guy, but he just didn't speak up the way he needed to put you in your place. So he was kind of a pushover that way. So you're used to that. You're used to guys just kind of just turning away from you and not engaging with you in a fight or standing up to your nonsense, and you took Pete and BB for granted. They're both good men. They would never raise a hand to you. They would never hurt you. They would never encourage you to do chemicals. But you've said in your own words that good guys are boring. You consider yourself a bad girl. You want a bad boy. Hey, you got what you asked for. So you therefore can't complain about what you wanted.
And I mean, like I said, unfortunately that happened on camera. I don't know if I was just acting like a brat because, in a way, maybe I should have been more respectful to be on his live stream. But
you were acting like a brat. You were purposely picking a fight. You wouldn't shut up. You wouldn't take a hint that the guy's irritated. Leave him alone. You laid there in bed sulking like a little kid, watching the chat from your phone. Then you got out of bed saying, I'm going to go get a slushie. I'll be right back. Why didn't you leave and go get it? Why didn't you walk across the street and come back? No, you didn't want to go get a slushie. You want to sit there and eavesdrop on the conversation and give your 2 cents. Even though you were not on panel with him, he wasn't inviting you to be part of the chat, you were still trying to insert yourself. You were still trying to control him, and he just wasn't in the mood. And you just kept poking him. You kept poke until he blew up. And it's your fault.
But I didn't even really want to be there in the first place. I just don't feel comfortable on his live stream. And
What?
that's why I was in bed. I'm like, I'm going to bed, you know, like.
Wait a minute, stop. What is this? I don't feel comfortable in his live streams. Why? Because on your channel, you never run away from the opportunity to put him in your live streams. Is it because when he does his live streams, there's no filters on his phone and it shows the real you versus the filtered you? Maybe. I know during that fight that you were off camera in the corner and you wouldn't come on camera. And I was in my react saying, why doesn't she just come on camera? She wants to. She's sitting there and da-da-da-da-da-da. Nah, you were just off camera. Could it be because of the filter situation? Maybe. But you were just off in the corner, just running your mouth, and you would not shut up. And the more you spoke, the madder he got.
But it was important. He wanted to go live, so whatever. Anyway, it is what it is, and that's it. That's what happened. So, yeah. I need a coffee so bad, guys. I don't know if I feel like I'm kind of blaming myself, but I kind of feel like
you were basically the cause of that fight, Foodie. Hands down. Natter was doing his live. He wasn't coming at you. You kept coming at him. You were laying in bed right behind him. You could have just continued to lay there and not say a word and eavesdropped and watched the chat and just stayed completely out of it. But you heard some things you didn't want to hear, which was your fault because you were in the room and you were making a point to listen. You set yourself up to be irritated. People knew you were listening. They knew you were, and they were saying those things to get you angry. But rather than put two and two together and figure that out and just let it ride, you escalated the situation. You got out of bed, said, I'm going to go get a slushie, but you didn't go get a slushie. You chose to stay right there. And then you started to mouth off about Chilean Gypsy, which made him angry. You caused that whole fight, man, by being a complete brat. You did that. You picked that fight.
I think the fight is my fault because of how I wasn't being respectful on his channel and like causing shit and like, why do you cause shit every time I go live? And it's just like, I don't know. I guess I just want him to have my back. I want to hear him say like, "Fuck off, Chilean Gypsy. Go take your $1.79, shove it up your friggin' fucking nostril."
You know what, Chilean Gypsy? I got to tell you, that $1.79 was well spent. That was $1.79 well spent, wasn't it? All you had to spend was less than $2, and look what happened. That was $1.79 well spent. You sent that super chat, knowing what was going to happen, and it was a glorious moment. And I'm sure all the reaction channels, if they could, they would say thank you to you because oh, it was just like the match to the firewood, man. It caused that fire. We can't thank you enough for doing that for us.
And by the way, Chilean Gypsy. And I don't usually. Okay, no, I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna make fun of looks today. I don't care.
You really shouldn't, Chantal. You really shouldn't make fun of people's looks. Okay? You really shouldn't, ma'am. Because we all know you got multiple face filters going on when you go live. So what we're seeing isn't even the real you. It's the you want to be. using a face contour filter plus a skin filter. Yeah, we see you. We see you. The you that you broadcast on your channel and also on his when you're on your Samsung phone, that's not even the real you. We've seen the real you. It looks pretty, you know, shocking. So I wouldn't be talking about looks if I were you, ma'am. No, no, no. I'm sure Chilean Gypsy looks a lot better than you. I'm sure she does. But don't be petty and like, I'm going to talk about looks. Girl, I'm telling you, Chilean Gypsy lives in your head 24/7 now, and I'm living for it.
Just this once. It's not making fun. It's just saying. You want to call me Humpty and make fun of my weight, all right? Excuse me. I can lose this weight, and I am slowly, but you're stuck with that face forever. So, kiss my fat left cheek and the right one all day, every day. Bye.
You know, Foodie is so sad. When she sits there and she insults people and she thinks she's getting some kind of burn in, and it doesn't really have any impact, does it? Considering the way that she lives her life and how she looks, and the fact that she's so unhygienic, she's just a filthy, filthy person. Insults from her are just weak.
All right. So, and that's why, like, I think because he feels like I'm being rude to his like members and disrespectful, and yeah, I am, because they are to me. And you don't say anything about it. I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't really defend him either when you guys talk shit because I've talked a lot of shit too. And
Yeah, we know. We know. You are a passive aggressive coward, Foodie. You are a passive aggressive coward because when you're around Natter, you know, you put on the baby voice, you talk really softly. You don't act the way that you normally do when you're around him. You make sure to watch some of your manners. You know, you put on a slightly more improved version of yourself. And then when you take your drives or you go home, you're back to being your normal, loud, obnoxious, annoying self. You don't say even half the crap to him that you say to your audience when you're away from him. Not even a quarter of what you say to your audience. You wait until you're away from him and then you just shoot off your mouth. Okay? Now, when you're mad at him, you go off and you say all kinds of things, but you would never say those things to his face. You would not dare. Coward.
and that's it's a mess trying to make something like this work, especially online, because it's a fucking shit show. So I don't know. I honestly feel like my life is a Jerry Springer episode. Like,
It's actually worse than one because at least with a Jerry Springer episode, it's over in 1 hour. This has been going on for almost a year, and it's just it'll make your head spin. It'll make your head spin. I mean, flipping from one thing to the next thing and back to the first thing, and it's all toxic. A Jerry Springer episode does not last for a year. It lasts for an hour, and you can turn off the TV in about an hour, and there's a new episode the next time. Your life is basically a Jerry Springer episode that's been stretched out to like a year. And there's nothing new in the episode. It's the same 2 or 3 topics every 15 minutes. It's time to change the record, Foodie. It really is. Because the reactors can only do so much with your content. You know what I mean? There's only so much we can add in to make it interesting. You know, reacting to you, and I've said this in one of my live chats before, I compare it to a lone turd floating around a toilet bowl. And then the reactors, they line up around the toilet bowl, and then we have to find ways to describe the turd. Okay? Describing the way it looks, and did it float to the right, float to the left, and how does it look today? That's what it's like reacting to you. You're taking something that's really not that interesting and you're trying to make it interesting. And there's only so many ways you can do that. So can you cut us a break? Can you cut us a break here and there and throw something interesting in there? Because that's why we look forward to your rage streams. That's why we look forward to the fights, because at least it's not you sitting in your kitchen, eating and staring at the camera and not saying anything.
Like, ugh. Honestly, I could probably go on Gary at this rate. I swear to God. Freak.
Hey, Sparky.
I'll be at my coffee soon so I can check my chat after. Hey, we're bees in the trees. I really like that show. And I hate Christmas. I don't want to celebrate Christmas this year. I'm not feeling festive. I'm feeling miserable.
When do you not feel miserable? You know what's really sad, y'all? This woman makes $10,000 to $12,000 a month on YouTube. Do the math. Do the math real quick. That's over $100,000 a year. So she makes 10 grand a month, right? Doing practically nothing. And she's miserable because she's making all kinds of bad choices. What would any of us do with $10,000 a month? I'm sure anybody watching Chantal, whether it's a viewer, a VIB, or reactor, we could all take 10 grand a month and our lives would be just fabulous. Pay off some bills, pay off some house payments, go on vacations, you know. And she's over there making that kind of money and she's miserable. It's not because she doesn't have potential to have a good life. It's just that she's not interested. She's always miserable. All the food that she eats, all the things that she buys, miserable. All because she's making these bad choices and she keeps making them and she just won't break out of that. And for anybody out there that you care about Chantal and you're giving her advice, you're giving her some wisdom, I'd like to give you some advice, just a little bit. Until a person is ready to change, they're not ready to change. So any advice, any wisdom you have to give to them is going to fall on deaf ears. Until that person who needs to change, when they want it and they want to go after it, then there's no sense in trying to help them. Chantal doesn't want help. She thinks her life is fine. She thinks everything is okay. She's living in this fairy tale inside of her head that she's got a relationship and she's got a man who loves her, when the reality is she's got a paid companion that if YouTube cut off her YouTube channel, he would disappear. And she's got all kinds of health problems that she's not even addressing. Her life is full of misery. She could change all that. She could make it better, but she's just not interested.
I feel like my life's a fucking mess.
It is.
So I'm just not in the mood. We need ALR here to pick up the perfect planner. He's embarrassed of me, maybe.
And I'm just going to throw this in there. This live stream was almost 3 hours long. So Chantal hasn't done edited videos in forever. She could have made a simple 15, 20-minute video, quick in and out, gone on with her day. 3 hours for a live stream. 3. Would have taken a lot less time for an edited video. All of her viewers, subscribers, VIBs have been begging her for a video for God knows how long. And she's always saying, I don't have time, I'll do it soon. She's got the time. She could have done an edited video besides all this nonsense. She's just lazy. Lazy.
I don't know. I don't think so, or he probably wouldn't want me on his live streams at all, right? He's not being a doormat, baby. Hi, Marissa!
Oh God. Ow.
I love you. I just. Heather, hello, how are you? I'm good. I hope one day you experience a connection that isn't complicated. I've been married many years and it's what's always been very simple. Thank you, Duo. Fighting and negativity every day is not healthy. He said he hopes I get killed. So yeah, Patsy, he can go. I don't want my personal shit with you. Get a candle and some lights. I have some candles and lights. Oh, Raquel, no, I think I missed your comment. Wait. Oh, Vaynation!
Oh my God.
Hey, Christmas.
Why does she have to do that?
I'm bringing news. Yeah, Raquel, I don't see your comment. Huh. Somebody spoke to me. Yeah. Somebody wiping off my carpet. Exactly, Rhonda. She wants me. You ordered 10 candles? 10 candles? Sarah Jane! Your house is gonna smell so nice. Despite our bad arguing or whatever. No, for example, it's tricky too because I don't think he understands mental health. Like, yesterday we had a list of things to do. Like, he's very organized, very clean, very, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I'm a mess. And we're supposed to go to the gym. And I don't know what, something just gave me, I just felt bad. Like, I just felt really bad driving to the gym. And I was like, I started having like anxiety attack kind of. And I was like, I'm like, I need to pull over. And he's like going to my first. He's like, do you need medication or?
You know, I think I know what happened. If that situation was real and not just fabricated, because the sad thing with Chantal is that you can't trust anything that comes out of her mouth because 99.9999% is just a lie. But if that actually happened, that they were driving to the gym and she just had that moment of panic, I think I know why. Because she is just too comfortable in her toxic bubble. So anything that is related to change, like changing for the better, changing to make her life better, if a person can get too comfortable with all the wrong things if they go on too long, and she's gotten very comfortable being lazy and dirty and sloppy. So going to the gym would mean positive change. And she's been so wrapped up in all the negative that little bit of positive that's inching ever closer that wants to get inside that bubble, the negative is just like pushing it all the way out and saying, no, 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 we don't want you in here. She's scared to death of change. She's scared to death of it because she's just gotten too comfortable with all these toxic things that are hurting her, and she just doesn't want to let go of them.
And like, he's like, here's some water. And I'm just like, no, I don't feel good. Like sometimes I just like, we'll drive somewhere, stare at the store and not go in and just be like, I can't go in.
Well, that has to do with her social anxiety. That right there has to do with her social anxiety because she doesn't want people to see her. Chantal, again, in her little toxic bubble, she's created this little world for herself where she can put on her camera with those face filters, and those face filters are the person that she wishes she could be with the perfect skin and the contoured face. And when you're out in public, There are no filters to hide behind. People are seeing the real you. And you got to be around other people and move around, and she's just been too comfortable being away from everybody and creating this illusion of herself that she's trying so hard to keep in place. And when you're around other people, it's not like broadcasting yourself through a camera. They're seeing and hearing the real you.
And it's like an overwhelming feeling of I just don't give a shit about anything. Wants to exercise, you have a mental health episode.
I'm so tired of her lying to herself. If she had a complete I don't give a crap attitude, why does she care so much about people seeing her that it gives her a panic attack? Because that points in just the opposite direction. If she didn't give a crap, she could go anywhere, do anything, not care about people looking at her, staring at her, commenting to her. She would just do her thing and not care. But she cares so much that it causes the panic. So Foodie, you can sit there and say, I don't give a crap attitude. People can say what they want to me. But the deep truth is you care a lot. You care a lot to the point where it scares you.
I know. I'm afraid because for me, I feel like uncomfortable around gym people, like people who are really into health and fitness, and because I don't feel good enough. Like I don't feel like I deserve that, maybe.
Then you know what, Foodie? This is what you do. You can take walks for free, cost you nothing. You could buy a treadmill, put it in your house, work out in the privacy of your own home, nobody else around. A treadmill costs like $100, $200. That's nothing for you. You're making enough money. There's all kinds of things you can do for free or almost close to free. You could start there and just get the process started, But again, you're not interested. You talk the talk, but you're not going to walk the walk.
Like I feel like I can never be like that.
So basically, she's got a defeatist attitude. Before the race even starts, she quits. Oh, I'll never win the race, so why even bother running? Well, you should run just so you can run. Because you never know, you might win the race. But if you have a defeatist, what's the point? I'm going to lose anyway attitude, then you're not going to accomplish anything.
Yeah, I think that's how I really feel. Abby trying to make me stay. I want to go to the gym, Sabrina. I do. I'm just.
No, she don't. No, she don't. She lying.
I know once I start going and I start seeing changes in my body. Yeah, e.g. because like for me, like really, I went down the stairs to get my laundry. That's an exercise for me. Like I'm not a brat. So dude, you will get comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Bounce the fat away. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna weigh myself when I get home. Yeah. Chantal, I've been in your shoes. This is not healthy. And it will end badly, please. I wouldn't care without judgment.
Even if Chantal went to the gym, by some miracle she actually went to the gym, it's not going to solve everything. It would be a good start, but it's not going to solve everything. Because she's still got her problem with food. And all that time that she was talking about the gym over at Natter's place, what was she doing? That night that she was talking about the gym, she sat there and ate for 5 straight hours. She couldn't stop putting food in her mouth. Couldn't stop. She literally ate like 5 times in 5 hours. How in the world is she going to lose weight if she keeps doing that? She's got to get her mind right before she gets the body right, because you can sit there and go to the gym and do a million crunches, but if you're sitting there stuffing your face before you go to the gym and then after you're done, what's the gym going to do? You might go to the gym and might burn 300 calories, but if you're putting in 6,000, the math is going to be way off.
Raquel, I happened to see her comment on his video, and I thought, oh, Raquel really cares about me, and I want to cry because I do feel really bad, like putting you guys through this mess.
Then stop doing it.
And I hate when you worry about me. Like in the comments, like
She's not sorry about that. Are you kidding me? She looks for reasons to make people worry about her. The whole arc that she introduced talking about DV, nobody can tell me that Foodie wasn't enjoying that. That she was absolutely just reveling in all the worry and sympathy and people be concerned about her. She loves being the center of attention. And what more attention can you receive than if there's something going on and people are worried about you? She loved it. She loved every second of it. Telling us all about Natter and what he was doing to her, and she's scared of him, and oh, I need a safe word. She was enjoying that. She absolutely was. And she took that arc as far as she could, as long as she could, until she had to find something else. She was enjoying that. And even now, I am still disgusted with her making up a story about that, making profit off of that, when there's so many people that actually go through that. And it's not something that they use for attention. It's a nightmare for them. But for Chantal, it's just business as usual, just something else for profit into her story, because that's what this is, her story. Guess what, y'all? Stories can be made up, and certainly with Foodie, it's certainly true. She's a liar, manipulator. She makes stuff up all the time. And there's no consequences for her making stuff up. There's only her making money off of it. She's never had to face the consequences of her lies. Never. She's been lucky thus far. She's never had to deal with the true severe consequences of her lies. So she just keeps doing it. YouTube money encourages her to lie, because the more she lies, the more money she makes.
I would just see like through the mean comments, I would see your loving comments like, I'm here for you, Chantal, you know, like on his stream last night. Anyway.
Don't you sit there and fake cry in front of everybody. Don't you sit there and do that. See, here she is with the fake alligator tears. Oh, I'm so touched. I'm so touched. Let me just pretend to wipe away a tear. Stop it. Stop it. In order to cry like that, you actually have to have a heart and a soul first, and you don't. Just cut it out over there.
I'm gonna be okay, guys.
You want to cry over something? You want to cry some real tears over something? You should cry over the way that you've neglected your cats. How those cats are living in misery because of you. Living in a filthy, nasty, disgusting environment. Litter boxes that don't get changed for 2 months. BBJ is sick, you won't take her to the vet. You should be shedding tears all day for that. But are you? No.
I'm a big girl. You know, I know what I'm doing. And I have to be more responsible and just own my actions and deal with the consequences of what I do, of the decisions I make. I sound like I just read it. How to Adult for Dummies book. Okay! What do you think?
So you could tell those tears were fake, because she was like having a heartfelt moment. It was so heartfelt that it made her cry. And then like 2 seconds later, she's laughing. How do you have a heart-touching moment and just giggle right after? Unless it's fake.
I know. Get up earlier and have a Starbucks. This is all stuff you need to tell you. I do tell my therapist, yeah, when I talk to her, and I do have to make an appointment. I'm going to do that.
I'm so tired of hearing about the therapist in therapy, aren't you? I'm so bored with it because she talks about it, but she never does it. As a matter of fact, is there anything that Foodie talks about that she's done? Anything? Anybody out there? Anything? you know, we've heard about so many things she's supposed to do. We've heard about, oh, the Euro beasing. Oh my God, she wore us out talking about Europe and I'm going to go to Europe and I'm going to go see the places and blah, blah, blah. Never happened. We heard about the weekend concert. That didn't happen either. Talking about Jamaica, that didn't happen. So, talking about therapy, that didn't happen. You know, that's part of her brand. That's her MO, talking about stuff, but never following through with her plans.
I need someone with compassion, and we're both kind of like me, like do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're exactly alike. You and Natter are the perfect match. You are. You two are perfectly matched. You have met your match, Foodie. You've met your soulmate. You know, in this world, you're always looking for the other half of you, right? Your soulmate, your the other part of the circle. You found yours, and he's just as rotten and mean and narcissistic and controlling and manipulative as you. Anybody else, you stepped all over him. You stepped on the nice guys in your life. You wanted to find your match, girl. You found him. You found him. Now that you found him, can you handle him? You're over there thinking you can. You think you can step on him. You think you can dominate him, but it ain't happened. It hasn't happened yet. Even with all that money, it hasn't happened yet. So if you're looking at him and you're seeing all these qualities and you're saying he's this and he's this and he's this, guess what? You're the exact same way. You're looking into the mirror and seeing another version of yourself. But you wanted it. Remember, you wanted that. That was your ideal. So enjoy.
I admit that I can be very self-absorbed.
And more.
It's not that I mean to be, it's just like how I am. You know?
Self-absorbed, selfish, manipulative. You lie. You try to control people. All of your relationships, whether it's friendships or relationships, are transactional. You don't have a truly generous heart, Foodie. You're all about, I will do something for somebody, but I want something out of it. I'm doing it for a purpose. I'm doing it because I want leverage over that person later. I'm going to put that person in a position where they owe me. And if we get into a fight, I'm going to throw it right in their face. I'm going to hold it over their head. That's who you are to the T. You don't have a true generous heart. It's about, like, I will do something for you, but that means I get power over you later. And guess what? Matters the same way.
No, Raquel, don't feel bad. Yeah. Oh, sorry, somebody queefed. We all care, love, and want the best for you, Chantal. Our only wish is that wish you wanted these things for yourself. Please do not cry, we love you. Thank you, somebody queefed. For summer date? Yes.
Somebody sent a super chat saying Chilean Gypsy is on Natter's live flirting. I love it. Chilean Gypsy is like, she's on the task, man. She's there to stir the pot, and it's working because she's on Natter's live, and people on Chantal's chat are reporting on it, knowing that Chantal's going to blow up.
Root beer drinker, Chilean Gypsy on Natter live flirting. LMAO. Root beer drinker.
Oh, here's a really good super chat. It just came up. It says, why do you never tell the actual person involved, like Natter, these things? Why dump them on your audience and be so passive aggressive? Because she's a coward. She is a coward. She tries to think she's some kind of badass. She's a coward. She's a coward. She is that person that she will talk all kinds of mad smack behind your back. But the moment you get in her face and go, you got anything to say? And just sit there and wait for her to say something, and she'll clam up in fear. She doesn't have the courage to say what she wants to say to your face. She only has enough courage to do it behind your back. That way, she's not going to have to deal with the repercussions of her words. You know, like you guys can go back through all her streams. She talks the maddest amount of trash when she's away from Natter, because she wants to be able to talk her trash and not have him hear her and have to deal with the repercussions of what she says. And she can also have that little room of telling him, "Well, I never said that. I never said that." She doesn't want to get caught. She doesn't want to get caught in talking smack. She's a coward. So she'll just tell everybody else except for the person that she needs to tell.
Ooh, why do you never tell the actual person involving none of these things? Why don't tell your audience to be so passive aggressive?
Because you're a coward.
No, I do. I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do, trust me.
No, you don't.
I don't. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a diary for me. Might not be healthy, but anyways, let's go to the dollar store. Crying in the FUD.
So everybody she just got an honest question, and she answered it, but she's leaving the chat because she doesn't want it to go any further. See, she's running. She's running. Rather than just really think about that, the fact that she goes to her audience who are not Natter, tells them all kinds of crap about Natter, but she'll never tell him. She's got problems with Natter, but yet she won't approach him and talk to him about these problems, but she'll tell everybody else. So therefore, whatever problems are going on will continue because you're not taking them to the source and dealing with it directly. You'd rather go to everybody else who basically they can't help you. They can't help the situation.
I have my card. I'm not saying I'm an angel. I'm not. All right, let's go get some things here. Should I put my vest on so I can just put my card and my keys?
I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to do that. She's going into a public place. And again, like I said, when she's out in public, she can't hide behind a phone filter. She's around actual people in the real world. So she does what she can to kind of hide herself away, whether it's wearing a big old jacket with the collar pulled up to her chin, you know, to disguise the things she doesn't want people to see, you know, just she's made that toxic bubble for herself where she can fool people with the illusion of what she wants to be. And in the real world, you just can't do that. So we're back to her wearing a vest with the collar like pulled all the way up to here. And you know that's on purpose. That's her hiding her face.
I don't talk to dudes when I'm with somebody.
You'll just talk about them and make it seem like you're wanted by everybody.
Ever.
She just said that for Natter's benefit. She just said that for him because she knows he watches her stream. He might be watching now, he may watch later, but that's her talking to him. I don't talk to other dudes when I'm with somebody. But you're not with anybody, Foodie. Remember, you're not in a relationship. He can see who he wants. So doesn't that mean you can see who you want? I would think so if you don't have a relationship. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry. That was my bad.
guys, you're so inappropriate.
If she pulls that vest collar any higher, it's going to be up to her nostrils.
Yeah. Watch, they're gonna go, man, you can't go live in here. You can't buy dollar store items. Ooh, gross. Oh, yeah, I need one, actually. I haven't blown my nose since yesterday.
I don't want to see her blow her nose.
If I look like an ass, like a fool, or like a bigger loser.
Colon.
The Cowardly Lion? What does he say? Give me a quote. Doesn't he go? Willie got banned. He told me he wants me to die. Marcia, you never have an inability to communicate and be open with each other. Transparency and trust is key to a successful relationship. Key. Marissa, I know you mean business when you send a super chat. Thank you, Marissa. I mean,
you know, all you VIBs, again, you're giving her advice. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. It doesn't matter how good your advice is. She's not listening to you. She doesn't care. And once again, I'm going to keep saying it until y'all get it over there through your heads. They are not in a relationship. This is not a regular relationship between a man and a woman who actually care about each other. He doesn't care about her. Therefore, he's not interested in communicating with her. He just cares about being around her long enough to get his money. And that's it. Doing as little as possible to get that money. It's not a real relationship. The relationship rules do not apply with these two. God, wake up.
But I don't even know what but. Is he still live right now? Guys. Now I look extra cute. Guys. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like me, but that's just me.
Well, you have everything to do with that, Foodie. And here's the thing. You think it's all about your weight. It's not. It's not. You think the whole problem is how much you weigh. It's not. It's your personality. Your personality is rotten. You are a rotten person. There are other YouTubers that are overweight that they don't get half the heat you do. Let me give you an example. Hungry Fat Chick. She's got probably double the viewers and subs that you do. And she weighs just as much, if not a little bit more. But you know what? She gets on camera. She comes on camera with her makeup on, her hair done. And she sits down and she does her mukbangs. And she's a sweet person. And she doesn't get the heat that you do. So coming on YouTube and saying, oh, it's because of how big I am. No, it's because of the way you behave. Your rotten personality, the drama, the toxicity. That's what everybody has a problem with. You know, you're trying to hide behind your weight as the reason why people don't like you. No, it goes way beyond that.
If you hate me that much to wish death upon me, you have some serious soul searching to do to wish that on somebody.
Yeah, that's not cool. Chantal's a rotten person, but getting in chat and wishing for her to lose her life, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's entirely too much.
I could really hate somebody so much. Actually, I don't even think I'm even capable of hating anybody. I don't think there's a single person
You hate Chilean Gypsy. You hate her with the heat of 1,000 suns. You hate her. Don't you sit there and lie.
Well, I actually hate because it's not about the person, it's about me. I don't want a dark, ugly, black heart like that. I don't want to let...
You don't have a heart, period. So don't worry about having a black one. You just don't have one at all.
People turn me into something I don't want to become. I don't want to live with myself like that. So if I look like an ass, like a fool, or like a bigger loser for that, oh well. And I'm trying to be like that. I'm not saying it totally works because sometimes, yeah, let my anger and feelings get the best of me, but you know.
So somebody sent a message in chat saying, but Pete's sad. He needs a caretaker. You know, Pete's is a grown man. He's an adult man. He doesn't need a caretaker. He doesn't need somebody taking care of him. He needs to take care of himself. He's been living in that house for a year. And he's been enclosed in his own little bubble. And he's got to come out of it sometime. I don't know if he expects that Chantal's going to take care of him for life, but that ain't going to happen. He needs to get out of that bubble and do for himself. The sooner, the better.
Should I go to KFC? Yeah, I'm going to go to KFC. And may all your... Well, she used to make me draw these pictures because she really liked them. Your channel, 100%. If you don't change your content and stick with everything being on matter, you're never doing any lives besides sitting in the car. Well, sorry, Brooke.
I concur with that. I concur with that. Her lives with Nader are so cringy. They're so awkward. They're so awkward just because there's no chemistry whatsoever. And if she's not over at his house, you know, she's at her house and she's not doing much. You know, she just sits there literally with her face in the camera and just doesn't talk. I mean, she has worn out the whole live stream thing. She has overdone it. She's killed it. She's killed it. Like, this is the live streams on her channel are not something that everybody looks forward to because she's done far too many. That's why she needs to go back to edited videos, because if she did that, the edit videos would just be, that would be more special to people and more people might actually watch. You know, but when you live stream on your channel, it's kind of like a special thing because it doesn't happen all the time. There's an old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder, meaning that if you stay away when somebody gets near you, that it means more to them. So she is doing harm to her channel with all these live streams. It's entirely too much. We don't need 6 to 10 hours of live streams every day, Chantal. We don't need that much. You don't need that much. You do it because you're a greedy fool and because you need attention. You need to go back to edited content.
Go get your own food. I couldn't leave. I was high.
Well, according to you, the slushy place was right across the street. You could have maybe walked across the street, or were you so high that you couldn't even walk? Because you had enough energy to sit there and fight with Nader. And you weren't completely like zoned out, greened out, can't even move. You had enough energy and alertness to fight with him in front of us.
Oh, sorry. Super chats? Okay. Reality TV chick. I adore you, Chantal. He's not the best thing. The best you can do. He doesn't provide, and he acted scary on camera last night. He won't change. He doesn't deserve. Thank you, reality TV chick.
Hi. Don't do that. No, I don't want to see your teeth. Get out of here.
The point of the dollar store. I know. I was like, $200? Can I return a few doilies? I don't even remember what the hell I got. Okay, who am I looking for?
You know, I think one of Foodie's problems is that she just gets manic. She is so wrapped up in chasing the tail of the dragon. You know, looking for anything and everything on a whim that will give her that rush, that high. It could be shopping, it could be drugs, it could be being around Nader, but she's always just doing things on impulse rather than let reason come through. Just chasing, like getting momentary pleasure out of doing something. And as soon as that pleasure wears off, she's got to go chase something else down. She's manic.
For her super chats? Oh, yeah. You look so desperate last night. I look desperate?
Yeah, you did. You look desperate. He was telling you to go home and you were sitting right there. You look desperate.
I certainly am not desperate.
Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. If you're willing to pay thousands of dollars towards a man that don't even love you, you're desperate.
Okay? Yes. Okay, that's what these planners, that's what I'm doing tonight after. That's it. I'm planning this weekend. I'm working hard on that.
Okay. You know what, girl? You can sit there and have a million planners. Let's see you actually do some of the plans you put in those planners. Writing down some words is just writing down some words. Let's see you put some action behind the words. Because right now, your track record sucks.
Am I still bleeding from? No, but the pain is it's still there. So if it gets bad, I'm going to the hospital to get it checked. Like, I don't want to mess around. Sometimes my poop is like skinny.
We don't want to hear about that. Shut up. Seriously. Why does she insist on talking about something poop related in every stream? Chantal, nobody cares about your bowel movements. If you got a problem with your rectum, take it to the doctor. Don't bring it here. We can't help you. The reactors can't help you. The audience can't help you. You got something serious, take it to the person who can help you. Why are you telling us about this crap?
I don't know. I don't want to mess around. I have an appointment on the 8th. I gotta put that on this.
So somebody in your chat is saying, go get a colonoscopy. To do that, she would have to basically clean out her system and not eat. Because the doctor can't do what he needs to do if she's full of stuff, right? And she was supposed to get one a while ago, and she didn't do it for precisely that reason. So if she couldn't do it then, she's not going to do it now.
Bowel obstruction? Colonoscopy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask for. Yeah, Samoans. Talking about his mom. What? Is he? What's he talking? He's still alive? Is he talking bad about me? Did I talk bad about him today? I don't think so. Sounds like a blockage. Oh, the menu's not working. It's like not lit up. I can't tell how many pieces of chicken. Screw this. I'm going to order it.
So she's over there talking about, I want to go to the gym. At the same time, she still keeps going to get fast food. Y'all see why now that you got to treat the ED first? Because look at this. She's always thinking about food. And she's always going to think about food until she learns other ways to deal with her emotions and her feelings and her thoughts. And, the mind directs the body. And if the mind is messed up, the body's going to be messed up.
But like for quality of sleep, I get such good sleep. And plus I can put like distilled water in the CPAP. Moron!
What in the world? Look at this. This is her content. She's still got the camera running and she's cleaning up and she's got the camera running and people are talking and she's not even paying attention.
Hello? Sending clips to Nader. I don't have anything to hide from him. Like, I say it all online, so, I mean, he's seen everything.
Oh, please. That one live where you actually invited people to contact him through Messenger or something and expose your lies. And when they did, when he was asking you about stuff, you look like a little kid that had been pulled into the principal's office. You were just sitting there like, I never said that. So apparently there's some stuff you haven't told him.
everything and been mad. So someone told Natter to watch it. Hold on, guys.
I'm trying to skip ahead a little bit.
Hi, Gail. Keeping it real with you. You're gonna get drunk. Thanks, but she does brush her teeth. Like,
she's still talking about this. She addressed this in the front of the video. Why is she discussing it again? Why? She's already put her feelings out there. Why is she recycling the same topic? Just move on to something different, Chantal.
Like just something. It doesn't take much to make me feel special.
Oh, it doesn't take much? Girl, you're all about, you want attention all the time to the point where you will not get out of somebody's face until they make you go. You expect whoever you're around to give you attention until you get sick of that person and then you leave. But they're supposed to give you attention all the time when they need their space or not. You don't care.
You didn't act like someone in love. Yeah. And if you're not and you don't love me and you don't want to be with me, then I'm not gonna act that way. I don't care what it's about. My man better have my back in front of people always. Exactly. He said in Arabic, that's good to know.
See, this right here, this is the content that we would get if Nada were not in the picture. We get this all the time. Her just sitting in her kitchen with her, head in the camera, mumbling. Yeah, what are the reactors supposed to do with that? Day after day. If that's all we get is her doing the mumbling thing. Oh, I'm so down. Yeah, my life is so hard. I'm so miserable. This is what the reactors have to deal with. This is what we have to work with. And we got to make this crap interesting. Now you guys know why we like when she gets mad and gets into a fight.
I don't know, Lindsay, honestly. This woman who kept super chatting him, blowing her kisses, say we talk later. Ugh.
So somebody sent a super chat saying when he was live today, he was acting so in love with this woman who kept super chatting him, blowing her kisses, say we'll talk later. I'm convinced that some of those VIPs, they're not really fans of Chantal. They just paid their $5. They control her or get under her skin and it works. I mean, Chantal gets the money either way, whether it's a troll or a fan. But people are just, this person sending this super chat, if they were a real fan, they would not tell her because they know it's going to get her upset. So it's obviously a troll because they're letting her know on purpose while she's live. Let me back it up. I got to see her reaction to that.
Remember when we did that calendar for October? I know. I don't know. He tries to act like the cool guy in the stream and they will not do stuff like that. Please stop letting him control you. Yeah. Let me hear what I can. Hi, Gail!
I'm waiting for the reaction to that super chat. I got to see that again. Maybe I went back a little bit too far.
Hi, Krista.
He only gets views because of you. True. Without her audience, he'd be nobody on YouTube. That's absolutely true.
He doesn't think so. Thanks for the super chat.
Oh, here we go.
The Pleasure Zone has a gym. Yeah, it does. I don't know if it's like open right now.
Here we go. It's about to happen.
On his live today, he was acting so in love with this woman who kept super chatting him, blowing her kisses, say we talk later. Oh,
there it is.
Fans more love than he does me, and I do so much for him.
But you're not in a relationship, right? You're not in a relationship. Thought that matter did not have your back. Exactly. You know, if you're just friends, then if somebody else is chatting up a guy you know, you can't act like that person's girlfriend. You know, you just can't. You can't be all jealous and insecure. Or who is he talking to? And how dare he say that? And freaking jerk. You can't do that. Remember, you're just friends. You're not in a relationship. But you're acting like the two of you are in a relationship. But he's never committed to you. He's not married to you. Unless he is. You guys aren't really living together. Unless you are. You know, like you're acting like you are committed to him, you're married. He's never said, I love you to you on stream. He's never been affectionate to you on stream. He's as cold as ice. Yet you're acting like this is your man, like we're together. You're not together. You're just in a business relationship. He's a paid he's a paid actor. See, now after she's heard that other women are chatting him up and she can do nothing to stop it, you know, she's not there to delete the super chats and delete the messages, and he's chatting up other people. Look how her mood changed. She's over there sulking.
Anyway.
She's mad. She's big mad.
Like I'm like, you always like treat your like you say you're gonna get caught with these people. Like that's going a bit far. You're like, don't be stupid. Like they're not even in the same country. I don't care. You know, like it makes me look stupid.
You don't need any help in that department, dear.
I know I deserve better, actually.
Actually, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't deserve better. You don't. And that's not me being mean saying that. It's just the truth. You don't deserve better. You don't deserve better because you're not willing to work for anything better. You're not willing to upgrade yourself and improve yourself for something better. And you had two good men in your life. And what did you do to them? You cheated on both of them. You deceived them. You lied to them. You used them. And you've done that to other people in your life. You've put your family through hell, absolute hell. Even put your pets through hell. So no, you don't deserve better. In Natter, you've gotten absolutely everything you deserve. As far as I'm concerned, he's your karma. Enjoy.
That's what he thinks too, I guess. I did my damnedest to get him to say he was with you, Chrissy. Thank you. They're really bringing down her mood this moment. The food's on the way. And you will be, yep.
You know, if you're with a guy and he's not showing you off to his friends, and he's not showing you off to his family, and he won't admit that he's with you, he's not your guy. Because when a man loves a woman, when he really loves her, he wants the whole world to know that he loves you. He wants to shout it from the rooftops because he's so proud to be with you. Look, this is my partner, my girlfriend, my wife. He wants to shout it as loud and as far as he could possibly shout it. If a man is basically keeping you in the shadows and you don't want to admit that he's with you, that means he don't love you.
I did Cat Bees or Beauty. Cat and I agreed he would not admit that at all he was with you. That's good. Then he doesn't have to be with me then. Doesn't want to admit it? See ya.
See, the fantasy that Chantal is living in is that she's under the impression that if she gives him money and if she's around long enough that he'll get under her spell and fall deeply, passionately, madly in love with her. That he will be one of those guys that it's going to be like a fairy tale. He's going to be so enthralled with her that he'll be that guy to admit that he's with her and kiss her and give her affection and cuddle with her and all this stuff. But that'll never happen. That'll never happen. That's the reality. It'll never happen. And Chantal is very good about escaping from reality and running from it. And because she does that, she can avoid it. She can just keep this illusion going that she's got something when really she has nothing.
Longer than he's been my ex. At this point. You're my French probably, girl. I already. Yeah, I'm not going back there until he admits it.
No, you're such a liar. You'll go back there. You will go back there. We've heard this from you before, Chantal. Oh, I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay away. It never happens because you need him far more than he needs you. He was doing okay before he met you. And if you decided to just X him out completely, he would move on. He would find somebody else to hang out with. He'd go make his own money somehow. You need him far more than he needs you.
Mm-hmm.
So this person, Elon Crust, says, he also said, talking about Nader, he also said in Arabic, according to someone in chat, that he will never marry you. That would be embarrassing. There it is.
Actually, I walked to the gas station a few times for what? It's like literally across the street, and I don't get out of breath anymore if I do a bit of walking. By not claiming you, he's forcing you to try to be good enough to convince him at all times. You'll always fall short. It's a manipulation tactic. I'm not about that life. So, is someone pooping up there? Yeah, like it. Damn. I don't remember exactly what his face looks like. I'm trying to. The block. Like she's very embarrassing.
Go away, Pete. I'm mad at you for not changing that letterbox. Go away. I don't even want to see your face, bro.
You didn't give us drink?
I'm actually mad at both of them for the litter boxes not being changed for 2 months. I mean, they're both at fault. Chantal's at fault because those are her cats. She should be taking care of them. No reason why that she could give would make any kind of sense why she didn't do it. But Pizza's also there in the house. He could have done it. He didn't do it.
I think that's why I went. Wow.
Okay, you know what? We're going to cut off the live right here because I really don't care to see Chantal eat. That's not the most attractive thing in the world. And it just, as a reactor, I've seen her chew too much food and she's got atrocious table manners. So we're just going to cut it off here. I mean, the live was almost 3 hours long. So we're cutting it off at 2 hours and 11 minutes. I think that's enough. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. And if you have, please like and subscribe because there will be more in the future. Take care of yourselves and have a great weekend. And bye-bye.